Hello everybody, my name is Tiggy May and welcome to my YouTube channel where we'll be talking everything product, skincare, body care related, also about overconsumption and my journey through Project Pan. So if you're interested, do hit that subscribe button. We're very new here. I've come from TikTok and I thought I'm trying not to rustle this bag too much because it is so loud, and I'm sorry for the noise. This is all June empties and I still have more on the side, so let's go through them together and we'll talk a bit about them. These ones are going to be a bit of a longer video because on my TikTok I go through all of these products in a small amount of detail, where in this video it's easier for me to make this a longer video and I can actually give proper thoughts and opinions without worried about the 10-minute mark or how long my videos are. So I do hope you enjoy that. Firstly, I thought we'd talk about some hair dyes that I've used. So I have used 2 boxes of hair dyes this month. I have used the Live semi-permanent red hair dye, and then very recently, as in today, I had used the Oleo Intense, which is this one here. Look at that. This one is gorgeous. It is so perfect. It makes my hair look great. There's no patchiness to it and I love it so much. This one was not a massive fan of. I think they have discontinued this range. The consistency was a bit odd with this one. If I'm being completely honest, it felt really thick and paste-like and it was really difficult to move around on my head, and I kept putting this one off, and I'm guessing this is why they had discontinued this brand. Not this brand completely, but the range itself, or the formula maybe, because a lot of these are on clearance for like £1 something. But the consistency of this was really hard to spread across my hair, and I have very thin and pretty short hair, so for me to say that, it definitely means something went wrong. But it was still an okay product, but it did wash out within a week, and I know it says up to 15 washes. I wash my hair every other day, so it was pretty much completely out of my hair after 3-4 washes. But this one on the other hand, this one on the other hand was extremely good. This is a permanent hair dye, so I don't think I should see any washing out very soon. Obviously red hair dye will fade anyway. It is awful for longevity, but this one I'm actually really enjoying. My hair looks silky and smooth. It almost looks like I've had it done at the salon. I love it, so I'm very happy with this product. So let's move on. Next product is this one. It is Just for Men beard dye. That is kind of literally it. I literally use this for my eyebrows. There's not too much to say about it other than it's so much cheaper to use Just for Men in the long run than it is for other eyebrow tint products that I have used. I will say that Just for Men can be a bit temperamental, especially when dyeing your skin, because I want it to sort of dye my skin along with the eyebrow hairs so it looks like a full brow, but it doesn't do that. This is the dark brown. I would try I think I've repurchased the black brown one next, hoping to see if it would dye my skin slightly just to give me a fuller brow look. But to be honest, this product slaps. It's so much better than spending the same price on a tiny box made for eyebrows, in my personal opinion. Next, I have finished 3 body scrubs and I'm quite proud of this, so let's go through them. There's 2 different kinds here. Firstly, I have the Extracts by Superdrug, the mini travel size body scrub. I have used the larger size. This one I found in a travel bag that I had and I was like, I'm not going to use it properly, so I may as well use it up. And to be honest, it was all right. The consistency isn't as scrubby as I would like it to be, but it smells good. The formula is okay. I just do not like the fact that the granules inside this scrub and all Superdrug scrubs are not dissolvable, if that's the correct word to use, because I do not like the idea of putting granules down my drain, and I'm also guessing that is not good for the environment, even if they are natural based. But I think this one is plastic based, so I don't know if I would be open to be using this one again. Next, I have finished 2 Sunday Rain Mango and Coconut body scrubs. These are absolutely beautiful products if it likes to focus, which I don't think it will. These are beautiful products. They're one of my favorite body scrubs. Anything from Sunday Rain, you know you're going to have a great time. It is gritty, it is thick, it is like the thickest body scrub I have ever used. It is solid. Like, it is solid. No liquids or gel texture. It is solid. I will say that I am transferring over to the Dove body scrub, which I do actually have here to show you, which is this one here. I have picked the pomegranate one. I think this is going to be really nice, and I do want to try this. It smells divine. It is completely unopened. I have not used this yet, but for so far it smells great. These do smell really great too. I would recommend them to people who love like sandpaper body scrubs like I do. But I just wanted to try this for, you know, experimental purposes. I don't know if I like it more, I don't know if I like it less, but I know for a fact that these ones are more affordable in the long run. I think they're only about £4 each, whereas this one is upwards to £8. But I'm not against spending more on a body scrub if it fits better, if that makes sense. But these ones are a win. I genuinely recommend anybody who has sensitive skin or needs an extra bit of grit, these ones are going to be your best friend, and I'm sure about that. Next on my list, I have finished 2 candles this month. This one has seen better days, definitely. This was the Layering Labs by Superdrug Blossom Candle, Fresh Rose and Jasmine. The only issue, please do not look inside that candle. Oh my. The only downside about this candle was that the base of the wick had slipped and moved to the edge when it got really hot and started burning the actual glass itself quite severely, and I had to stop using the candle completely because the glass was actually warping with the amount of heat coming off the candle itself after a really long time, which is when I noticed and blew it out immediately. I tried to salvage the candle. I don't know if you can tell by the absolute state this candle is in, but it just wasn't working. I don't know if you can see it, but the base is also on a slight tilt, which is where the, you know, the burning is, because it just slid because the base wasn't flat, which is such a shame because it smelled great and the candle worked really well. I don't think those candles are still being made. I think that Superdrug have rebranded or done something because I haven't seen them in a while, but they were actually a really nice smelling candle, except for the fact that obviously the base was crooked, so the wicks just slid straight down. Next is my beautiful Anthropologie candle, which is hibiscus, a pink guava scented. It's a massive candle, like look at that compared to my head, and I finished this in about a month, maybe under a month, and this one is truly gone. It smells, and it smelled so good. I kind of only smell burning now because I have noticed with Anthropologie larger candles that it starts to burn around the top where it sort of like comes in. So the first thing you kind of smell when you open this candle after you've used it a couple times is that initial burning smell. But after that, it smells brilliant. And I do love my Anthropologie candles so much. I think the candle scents and ranges are so good. They are on the expensive side. I think this candle retailed for £40 or £36 actually, 36 to £40. It is expensive, but in my opinion, if you're looking for a candle that is like one you use over a really long period of time, maybe you're not initial candle lighter, I don't know what the word of that is, but if you're not someone who uses a candle every single day, this candle is something that I think you'll love and enjoy because it smells so good and it doesn't lose that scent, and it just looks luxurious too. And I love every single candle from Anthropologie that I have used or do currently own. Next on my list, I have 3 empty Tropics mini shower gels. Now, if you are confused why there are lines on this, it's because on my TikTok channel, I have a running series called Top 10 Focus Products for the Week, and these 3 were all part of my top 10 picks, where we monitor progress every single week, see use up, and it also holds me accountable to actually use my products, and it's a great way to just see progress. These 3 mini shower gels were absolutely amazing to use. The only downside I have of these is the fact that I think, especially with this pink one, the line where I drew it was the line that it started with. So most products, especially in these shower gels, were only filled 3/4 of the way up. So I did go through them fairly quickly. I think my favourite must be this one here, which is the Wild Mango and Lime. These are amazing. If you haven't tried Tropics products, I really highly suggest that you do, because they're all natural ingredients. They're great for the environment, trust me. And they're just a lovely brand. I would absolutely love to try more of their products. I've only tried a couple from them. I do also have in here the Jasmine, Neroli and Vivert, which is this one here. I also really did thoroughly enjoy myself using this one. And lastly, the Wild Mint, Lime and Pineapple one here too, which was also a favourite of mine. I am quite sad. I only have one more mini of these and then I'm completely done with them. I'm quite upset that I'm going to not have any more Tropic shower gels. I have Dove to replace the Dove Dragon Fruit one, which is a lovely shower gel to use. I haven't opened that yet, so I won't be showing it here, but when I do, I'll show you. But these ones are so good and I'm so sad that they're over. I've got one left that I'm currently using at the moment, which is Bergamot, and it's a bit more of a woody masculine smell, which I absolutely adore. But these ones are great. If you haven't tried Tropics, genuinely they're such a lovely brand, especially if you're looking at things better for the environment. They have everything that you need. They're brilliant. Next on my list are 4 empty vitamin products. I wasn't sure if I was going to add these into this YouTube video or not, because this is mostly about body care, skincare and makeup, but I may as well. What's the harm? But I finished 4 empty vitamin gummies. I have a vitamin D and an iron, which I really needed at the time, so I've been using those 2. They made all the heap of difference, I won't lie, and these are both Superdrug own vitamin brands. And then I also had a hair, skin and nails gummy, which I actually did see a massive difference. You will see that these were reduced, which is why I picked them up in the first place, because I was skeptical to buy one at full price. But especially hair gummies, I have seen a crazy amount of difference in my hair growth but hair healthiness while using them alongside my routine, and I'm very thankful for that because my hair is a massive problem. Lastly, I have the Beauty Collagen gummies here. Again, they were also reduced. I don't know if that's going to focus. I am so sorry, the lighting is awful, but these are Beauty Collagen gummies. I feel like it's really difficult to tell when collagen gummies are working, especially when you're around my age, which is your early to mid 20s. I think it is extremely difficult to work out if it's working for you, if it's really doing something, but I'd like to hope it is. For, you know, how much the original price of this was, it was £22 for a month's worth of gummies, which is on the higher end of gummies in my opinion. But therefore, healthy hair, firm skin and strong nails. So to me, when I read that, I hear that it's not necessarily collagen based for your face, it's just general collagen, which I think is all right, but I'm also taking hair gummies alongside that. But they were nice. They're not the greatest. The texture of the gummies were a bit off, but I'm not going to be complaining. Next, we are kind of going into hair care territory, but I have a completely finished Superdrug's own exfoliating scalp scrub with caffeine, lime and ginseng. I don't know how you say that. I'm guessing it is ginseng, hopefully. But I've been using this product. It hasn't been my favourite. Previously, I had owned a Cantu exfoliating hair scrub, which was beautiful on my hair. It had sugar in it, so it dissolved in the shower, and it was a gel texture, which means it didn't feel like I was putting conditioner onto my hair and onto my scalp, which is exactly what this felt like. It felt like I was using a conditioner on the top of my head, and the little exfoliating bits in this felt like plastic. I think they are plastic, and again, I don't feel like putting plastic down my drain is great for my shower or the environment. So this is a hard no for me. Aside from what I feel about this product, it was buy one get one free, and I did exactly that. So I do have another one of these, which is in my shower currently. I'm trying to get through it not as quickly as possible because I do not want to waste a product, but I am trying to use this, and then eventually after I finish this one, I will go out and try and find a product which suits me and what I'm after more. Next on my Project Pan empties is 2 sets of dry shampoo. This one here is by Superdrug. It is the travel size coconut dry shampoo, and it smelled amazing. It was coconutty, it was fresh, it didn't leave massive white casts on my hair. The only downside of it is that I don't think it did the volumizing side which I'm looking for in my routine, which is usually why I'm using a dry shampoo, because my hair does fall flat, especially the second day after I've washed it, and I need that little like boost, and this just didn't hit the mark there. But if there was any brand deal I could not, oh, if I could just ping into existence, Batiste, oh, I would die for a brand deal with them, because this is the best dry shampoo ever. I literally have one right here as well that is full. This is my favorite scent, by the way. This is the Love is Love. Love it. It smells like peaches. This one here is the Rose Gold Radiant Rose. It is the big size and I love it. I think it works wonders for my hair. They smell nice. They still do have that dry shampoo smell, but I think every single dry shampoo is going to smell like that. It lasts a really long time. I use this every other day when I'm not washing my hair. This is just absolutely amazing. I love this product so much, and it's in every single one of my empties videos. So out of these two, the Batiste one is my favorite. I need to get some more products up here. Next on my product pan list is the Bedhead by Tiggy. That's me. Color Goddess shampoo and conditioner. These I have emptied and put into my refill containers into my bathroom. Even though they are empty, I'm still going through them. They're what I used on my hair today, and I can say I love these products. They smell like salted caramel. They smell edible. They're gorgeous. It's vanilla-y and warm but sugary at the same time. I even cut open this conditioner to get the last bits out, because I will say that with this bottle and this product, I found probably about 100 ml of this product left in the bottle after I squirted everything out and couldn't get anything else out of it. So if you are using these ones, I will suggest the conditioner, because they're so thick, cutting them open. Shampoo I did not need to cut open, but these products are lovely. I love them so much. They did wonders for my hair today after I dyed it, and I usually have really bad dry shampoo hair. Really dry shampoo hair, really dry hair from shampoo. That's it, after I've washed my hair, but these saved me. So if there's any shampoo, especially with dyed hair, that you want to try or looking forward to try, I suggest this range. It is incredible and they usually are on offer. Next in my empties is the Micellar Water Garnier. This is the purifying jelly water, which was charcoal, which sounds disgusting, and the jelly texture did throw me off for quite a long time. I even had to go buy a different eye makeup remover because I didn't want to put the jelly in my eyeballs, but it was actually a wonderful product. If anyone, I think this has actually discontinued now, because I did buy 2 of these for like £1.20 or just under £2 in the sale, but they were great, and I'm kind of sad that they're gone. I am forever a Garnier Micellar Water girly. There is actually just one behind me here. It's the vitamin C one, which I'm using again, which was my forever favorite. And transitioning back into a liquidy, watery micellar water is so strange after I've been using this for like 4 or 5 months. But I do recommend, like, if you find this in clearance or anywhere, I really do recommend it to help with breakouts, because my skin is so problematic with breakouts. This kind of helped calm it and clear it with that charcoal effect, but it was not too harsh on the skin either. So if anyone finds this near them, there's a car driving past. I really do recommend it. I have a little odd and sod. This was a reed diffuser that my sister gave me to use in my room. It's a eucalyptus rain, and it did smell eucalyptusy. I can't actually smell it anymore. I kind of forgot this was sitting there, and then one day I saw it was empty and I was like, oh, better put that in my empties, but I don't know when I finished it. I didn't quite notice a difference in scent. This was kept in my bathroom, so I don't quite notice any difference in if it did anything or not, but I don't even know where it came from, because it was just given to me by my sister, but it was all right actually. I don't use a reed diffuser anymore. I use the ones that like plug into your wall, and I have room sprays and I have candles, so my rooms are always quite fragranced anyway. I even have a diffuser, like the liquid ones over there too, so I didn't see too much difference in this, but that is probably just because I have so many fragrances going on in my room. Next, and I'm going to bunch these two products together because they're kind of in the same category, but they are both by L'Occitane and they are both the multi-purpose fragrance mists. They're these two here. They have probably seen better days, and I used both of these up this month in my TikTok series of focus products. The Osmanthus one here is apricot and it smells so good. Osmanthus and apricot, yes. I even have the fragrance of this right here on my stand because this scent is amazing, and I use this in my hair to just like unfrizz it just before I leave the house, put some moisture back in and have it a little fragranced. It was really good and I loved it. I don't think they make this anymore, which is really sad, but the scent is absolutely amazing. Oh, the almond one here, which is a multi-purpose mist, but it's moisturizing. I put on my arms. I used it every morning and every night before bed for a little spritz and a little, like, you know, moisturizing boost on my arms, and you know what, it did an amazing job. I did hear that L'Occitane have actually re-released this product in new packaging. I don't know if they've changed the formula, and I don't know if they do this travel size or if it's only the full size, but I will be purchasing this again. So L'Occitane. You will also see a lot of L'Occitane products in these empty videos because I am a hoarder and a lover of L'Occitane. Next, another one is the Star-Faced Pimple Patches. These are the pink ones. I finished these. I have another box of these that I'm going through at the moment. Again, I think you can see them behind me just in the corner there. They are amazing, but I'm trying to use up these Star-Faced Pimple Patches to move on to some other ones that I own, because I just find that the Star-Faced ones can leave really weird goopy sticky residue on my skin while I'm wearing them for a longer period of time, where other ones do not. And I feel like I'm a bit like, it almost makes my skin feel clammy with them on. I don't know how to describe it other than just gunky, even if there is no gunk. They do a really good job at like extracting ickies on my face, but it still makes me feel icky even if they're not getting any icky out, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to move away from them, using towards other brands that don't have that weird reaction against my skin. It could just be a me skin issue, or it could just be the Star-Faced ones. I'm not too sure, but I am moving to a different brand, but they work just fine. Another quick round, but I have finished two Superdrug face masks. I have one here which is a lychee sheet mask, and the other one here which is an avocado sheet mask, and these are amazing. I loved them. They were so great on the skin. They felt soft and hydrating, but that's kind of all they did for me, and I think that's all they're kind of meant to do. It says, you know, they're both just hydrating sheet masks, and I think especially when my skin needs something a bit more, a hydrating one isn't going to cut it. I have found a different range of face masks which are called Me Plus, which I also think are by Superdrug, which are like niacinamide face mask or a salicylic acid sheet mask. So they do slightly different things for your skin, which I think is what I kind of want instead of just a normal typical hydrate one, because obviously all face masks are hydrating, but it's also important they do something for your skin instead of just like moisture, you know. But these are great. I have a couple more of these left to get through, and then I can go through those specific ones by Me Plus, which I'm really looking forward to because they are beautiful. Next for my empties is I have emptied 2 sets of toner pads, which is really exciting. Firstly, I have finished the Medicube Zero Pore Pad, the original. They were absolutely amazing. I found that there was a massive difference in my skin texture when I was using them, and I genuinely do love this product. I do own another set of the Medicube Pore Pads, an unopened one, because I thought I didn't have any other to replace it with, so I went out and bought one, but I did in fact find another nighttime toner, which is this one here. Look how luxurious this is. This is the Tia Milk Skin Toner. It is in a glass bottle. It's luxurious. It wasn't even that expensive, and this just is such a beautiful product. So I've been using this instead of my Medicube. They do very I'm a child. They do lots. They do very different things from each other. I will say that is the Medicube one is very much like acidic based, clean skin. It smells like cleaning chemicals, but in a good way, whereas this is very calming, softening, hydrating as a toner. And you know what, I do love both, but I do think at the end of the day there's a lot in my routine which is moisturizing and calming at night, but not a lot of cleaning, which is what that Medicube did. Tia, I do have other products from their range and I love them. The other one is a nighttime serum, which I really love working with this, but I think the Medicube one holds my heart. But this one is just absolutely gorgeous if you're looking for a milky toner. This one is very much affordable and very much worth every single penny. Next is this one, which is the Tone It pads. They were collagen ones. They think they were like a couple pound from Home Bargains or B&M. I really don't know. They were great. I just found that they were slightly too chemically and they didn't even do anything to my skin. I did go through them and I wasn't crazily impressed by these, but again, you get what you pay for and I really didn't pay much for them. But they will work great if someone's looking at toner pads. They work a treat. They are great. The pads itself are great. I just noticed while I was using these alongside my Medicube, there was just a massive difference in formula and also how it worked on my skin. I do have a replacement for this, which is just so good. I'm really excited about this. I am replacing them with the Medicube Vita C pore pads. These again have that chemically kitchen smell, but it smells also citrusy, and oh my god, oh, they're just amazing. And I'm a massive fan of Medicube. Everything they have done that I've tried from them is just beautiful. The pore pads on these ones are double-sided as well. They're just honestly top tier product, and I've noticed a difference in my skin in the morning with just how glowy I look. It does have niacinamide in it, which means if I am using this, I need to make sure I'm wearing sunscreen if I'm leaving the house, because obviously niacinamide makes you open to outside sun damage, the extra bits. Next, I have finished the Beauty of Joseon Green Plum Gel Cleanser. This product was absolutely amazing. I did love the formula. I loved how it went on my skin. I loved the way my skin felt afterwards. It was just a great product. Would I repurchase? The answer is probably no. And it's not because it's an awful product. I'm just going to show you why. Is currently in my routine, I have 4 other cleansing products. I'm using this one at the moment, which is a travel size L'Occitane oil cleanser, the Immortelle oil cleanser, which is absolutely amazing, except I wouldn't repurchase that full size. It isn't quite for me. I have the Tatcha Matcha Cleanse, which is like very similar to that Green Plum one. It's like very gel textured like and water based. I haven't tried this one yet, but I'm very excited for when I do that next after that L'Occitane one. And then I have 2, because I was a hoarder before I started Project Pan, Beauty of Joseon Ginseng Cleansing Oils. Now, obviously, I have used an entire one of this up before. I bought this one and then automatically ran to buy another one when it was on discount. And then I found this one. And I do think that if I was going head to head between this two, the second cleanser in my cleansing routine would have to be the oil cleanser. It just feels softer on my skin. My skin looks better. It looks more oiled and cleansed, but not oily, if that makes sense. So out of the 2, this one just suits me better. But this one is still a beautiful product. So if anybody wants a gel cleanser, especially if you've got oily skin, this gel cleanser will genuinely change your life. It is basically natural ingredients. I don't think there's any fragrance in any of Beauty of Joseon's products as well. So if you're really sensitive to, do try this. I think you'll like it over the oil, especially if you've got oily skin. Next, on my empties, I have the St. Ives Exfoliating Cleanser. We're kind of on a cleanser run at the moment. I love this product. This product suited me. It felt great. I loved it while I was using it. A lot of people were telling me not to use it because of how damaging it was for my skin barrier, and at the time I was like, I don't understand what I'm talking about. This is working for me. This is great product, saying all these things. And I loved it, and I stopped using it to use this product here, which is the Freederm Innovative Spot Care. And at the bottom here it says prevent spots with niacinamide, and it broke me out. I used it twice, it broke me out, and I was like, This didn't break me out, it was so good, but this did, even though it says no spots and it gave me spots everywhere. So I was like set in stone about using the St. Ives again and buying it, until I was very lucky to be receiving the Aveeno Calm and Restore Gentle pH Exfoliating Cleanser. Now this is a new product. It was the first couple times I used it, I was like, there's no exfoliating bits in it. How can it be an exfoliator? I need something thicker. I need something with granules. And then the more I used it, the more I realized my skin doesn't need a proper exfoliator on my face. It's actually doing more for my skin positively. I still have breakouts every now and again, but this seemed to calm my skin and make my skin texture look better. And it wasn't until I used this product on my face I genuinely realized how damaging this was for my skin at the time. And I had no clue, because my skin has always been a bit temperamental, but it wasn't till I started using this inner replacement, because I was decluttering this one and had to go out and buy one, I realized how soft and gentle an exfoliator can be for your skin and how beneficial it can be for your skin. So this one has grown on me. I thought I hated it at first, and then I used it more, and it's actually grown on me and become almost a staple now in my cleansing routine as an exfoliator. I'm still open to find other exfoliators, because I don't want to just land on the first product I have used that doesn't break me out, because I feel like that is the baseline for most products. But this product has been doing really well so far, but I am continuing to look for something as well. Next of my empty products is this really teeny tiny B by Superdrug grapefruit cleansing balm. I got a pack of 4 or 5 of these, and I was going through them very slowly, and very quickly I realized that B cleansing balms are not for me. They make your eyes very cloudy when you put them on your eyes. It feels like you're putting on a very cheap product, which it is. It's a very, very inexpensive product. But I'm so used to other cleansing balms which are gentle, which feel spa-like. And at the moment, now please excuse the state of this, like I said, it is a cheaper product, so you're not expecting great things. But this is my massive Rose Hip cleansing balm by B Superdrug, which I'm currently trying to get through, and I could just feel the difference of just like how it's not a brilliant product. It does the job, but it doesn't feel like a lovely cleansing balm at the end of the day. What does feel like a lovely cleansing balm at the end of the day is this beautiful Elemis Pro Collagen Cleansing Balm. It is beautiful. I love it so much. I have this jumbo size. It's just, it smells like a spa. It smells like, and it is expensive. This is probably one of the most expensive shower products I own, or like makeup products I own. This is extremely expensive, but I think it's genuinely worth every single penny. It is lovely, and you can tell the difference between these 3 products. Obviously this one's empty, and I can't wait to get rid of this one so I can go back to using my baby. You can just tell the difference, and I really do say, like, if you need a cleansing balm, this will happily do the job for you. But if you can go out and try this one, please do try. There's testers in like every single shop that sell Elemis. Please do try. You'll understand what I'm talking about. This product is game changing for your skin. Next product is this one here. It's very wear and teared. It is the Superdrug Vitamin E facial spray. I use this in between my toner and in between my serums day and night to give my skin a little more moisture, because I am a dry skin girly, and this does the job. It smells amazing. I love the way it sprayed onto my, I sprayed it onto my hand and then put it on my face. The smell seems brilliant, and for a Superdrug own product, which is on the cheaper side, this is actually quickly becoming a staple into my routine, and I have replaced this with a brand new one. Next, I have finished the L'Occitane 25% Intensive Foot Balm, and this was also part of the top 10 products to, you know, focus products, and I spent a good 4 or 5 weeks on this product just to finish it up, and it was a small size. And the only reason I wanted to finish this product up was because I do own the jumbo size, and I don't know if you can tell if I unravel this as much as I can. These are the difference in product sizes, and there was no need for me to keep both of them when I don't take it out the house with me, so having two sizes made no sense. So I decided to project pan this small one, so I got to keep this big one to use when I like. I've gone through quite a bit of it already, as you can tell, and it is so worth it for a foot balm. It lasts days, and I mean it when I say days. You probably need to apply it once or twice a week and your feet are moisturized the entire time. And by moisturized, I don't mean just like, oh, my feet feel soft, oh, my feet feel like this. I'm talking about your feet do not have a single crack, dry skin, slightly irritating flaky thing in sight for like 3 days after you apply this. It is insane, and it is a staple, and I will die on this hill. I do have some odds and sods to show you as well, so I'm going to try and get through them. Firstly, it's this YoCity empty hand sanitizer. This one was a citrus smell, and I put these in my work bag, and I absolutely love it, honestly. I did have a spare one that I'm using now, which is a watermelon one, and then because that was my final one, I repurchased a pack of 6, which weren't that expensive. Oh, I think this is falling apart. It is. But these are brilliant. Say whatever you want to say about these small little hand sanitizer spritzy things, I think they work so much better than your gel hand sanitizer because they go into the skin quicker and they smell so good. And I do just love these, and I think they last longer too because they are a liquid and not a gel. Next, I finished the L'Occitane. Here we go. The L'Occitane 10% Shea Butter Hand Scrub. Now, this was amazing. I'm so sad it's not in my collection anymore, and I do not have any kind of backup product or something similar. And I genuinely would repurchase this from L'Occitane if they did bigger sizes. This is the only size they do. It's £11, and this took me 5 weeks to complete. And if I was to spend my money on a product like this, it would be a bigger size that is more versatile, that would last longer, because I feel like I would get more for my money that way. But this product just smelled so good. It's that natural shea butter that L'Occitane are known for. It was just absolutely brilliant. I loved it so much. I'm really sad to see it go, but hopefully at some point I'll have another one, or at least a different brand to try. But for the moment, I have no more hand scrubs in my collection. I do apologise for keeping up with the L'Occitane hand cream, foot cream rave right now, but I do have an empty L'Occitane Herbet hand cream. This one is a discontinued range, I believe, and it is a very strong floral smell. You either love it or hate it, and I have to say I hate it. The hand creams by L'Occitane itself are some of the best hand creams you'll ever experience. If you do have the money to go out and try a hand cream by L'Occitane, please by all means do. They are amazing, but this scent in particular just was not for me. I am an almond L'Occitane and shea butter L'Occitane girly, and I will die on that hill. I do also have the Osmanthus hand creams, which are really good as well, but this one in particular was not it. But the size of these hand creams go a long way, so if you're looking for a handbag hand cream, these are perfect. Next, I had finished a refill for my Wild deodorant. The refill here I finished was the Coconut Almond Cream. This is the empty container. I've also put in the one that I'm currently using in here too, but I think I just got a bit confused because I only put these in here, but I'm counting this as one product. The Coconut and Almond Cream one was my favourite of all time that I've used, apart from the Almond original one as well, but I think that was a limited edition one. This is just so good. I switched to Wild deodorants a couple months ago because I was going through aerosol cans of deodorant like nobody's business, and I just felt bad for constantly using aerosols, and I use a lot of dry shampoo, which is obviously aerosol, and then deodorants on top of that, and I just felt bad because obviously you cannot recycle aerosols. So I went and did this change, so I wasn't using as much, and I will never look back. I do think Wild deodorant is either a love or a hate thing. Some people say it just doesn't work for them. I don't really sweat under my arms, so I find that when people are talking about the side of Wild deodorants where they are still sweating or it's not helping with sweat, that's not an issue with me, and I think it does last all day and I have no issues with it. So I'm really glad that it works because I love my Wild deodorant so much. Next in my empties, I have 2 teeny tiny mini Kayali fragrance testers. I have this one here, which is Eden, which was sparkling peach, or sparkling lychee, I apologize. And this one I wish I could smell it again. It smelled great, it smelled amazing, it smelled fresh. I would actually love to repurchase the full size of it. And then I have the Kayali The Wedding Silk Sental number 36. And I wish I could spray more of this because it was beautiful. I loved this fragrance so much. I kept it for about 3 years because I did not want this to run out. And I can't even spray any more of it, even though there's more in here. I genuinely love that fragrance so much. I was so sad to see it go that I ended up going onto Cult Beauty on their discounts and buy the large version of the Kayali The Wedding. Next is my Sky High Burgundy Mascara by Maybelline. It is the perfect mascara for me. I have dark brown eyes and very dark eyebrows as well, and dark lashes, and I find that with a big black mascara, my entire center of my face looks extremely dark and almost like rough looking. I don't know what the word to describe it is. It just looks like I've got a lot of dark things going on into my face when I genuinely don't. And I find ever since changing to a burgundy mascara, it has just lightened up my face and lightened up my eye area and hasn't given me that dark crazy look that I sometimes get with black mascaras. I love this. This is my favourite mascara. Maybelline, if you are watching this, which you're definitely not, this is the best thing ever. Maybelline, you can never go wrong with Maybelline. Most of my things that I try and purchase are from Maybelline because I genuinely do love them and their brand, and this is the best creation known to man. And I'm not exaggerating when I say this, but I currently have 7 others of these sitting around my room because I'm so scared to be without. Next is this Pride foot sock. Stand Proud. It was 50p from Superdrug, and I love a good foot sock every now and again. So it was orange extract and it smelled great. I can't really smell it in there anymore, but this was great. I kept it on for like an hour. It was even sponsored by Switchboard, which was even better. Like, it was giving money to a charity, even though it was 50p. But I love this. This looked great. I do love Superdrug foot sock. They're not that expensive and they do work, in my opinion, for a couple days. Not long time. I would do one every single week, but they're great. I try and do one a month at least, and this worked extremely well, so I love that. Next, I have a mini sample of the Beauty Pie Super Healthy Hair Conditioner, and this smelled like a spa. This smelled like luxurious. It smelled expensive, and I have the matching sample of the shampoo, but I just didn't use it together for some reason. But I loved this, and I do think I have another duo of this. I think I got 2 sets, so I definitely will be trying the shampoo and conditioner together to see if I love it. I don't know what this brand is. I've never heard of it before. I don't know their price range, but I do think I will be trying to purchase the larger size of this at some point if I don't like my Colour Goddess by Bedhead. This is exciting. We're getting to our last bits. These are my 2 empty lip balms of this month. I'm really excited I got to finish it. Technically this one was finished last month, but I lost it for a while and then found it. But these are the 2 that I finished. This one here is the Glossier Mango Lip Balm. I've had this for like 2 years and it is absolutely amazing. And this one here is the Glossmetics like Sparkling Lychee. No, Sweet Peach. The other one I own is the Sparkling Lychee lip balm. This one I would repurchase 110%. I have a backup of this one, but in the banana flavour, which I'll be using as a replacement. And this one I did not like because it is genuinely this colour inside, and it just made me look like I had early 2000s concealer lips when I was wearing it. So it got demoted to bedtime only. And it didn't even do that because it wasn't meant for a bedtime lip balm. But these 2 products I enjoyed. You know, they are a lip balm. This one I enjoyed because I put it on and went to sleep and didn't have to worry about it. And this one I loved because it kept my lips hydrated and glossy and shiny for the entire day. And it smells brilliant. Next, and as you don't know me on this channel, if you have come from TikTok, you probably would know, but I have an addiction to this Revolution face powder. This is the face powder in translucent. I have used this powder so many times. I can't count how many I've gone through. I go through at least 1 or 2 every single month. I use this to set my entire base of my face, except for under my eyes where I use my Huda Beauty one. These are great. These are absolutely amazing because I am at heart a matte makeup girly. I use satin finished foundations and concealers and then matte it down with a powder before spritzing it with a hydro setting spray to put moisture back in, and it gives me that like matte coverage but with a glow to my face, and I think it works perfectly for me and what I'm after, something that's not going to be sticky on my face but it looks shiny, and it works and I love it. And I'm even looking at myself in the mirror right now behind me and I'm like, it looks good. But it's down to this is genuinely the key ingredient to making it look like I've got a good base. I love this product so much. It's a holy grail of mine. Got a couple like weird ones, but this is just an empty head of my razor by, it is the Garnier one and it is the coconut head. I buy a pack of 8 of them, which are like so expensive but they are so brilliant. This is just the empty cap on it to remind myself that I have actually emptied out one of these. And another quick round is, and I'm sorry for the rustling, but I have finished 2 sets of cotton pads this month as well. And that's kind of all the empties apart from some couple other things. So part of doing Project Pan, I also went through a bit of a stage of having a bit of a makeup crisis, and this is mostly due to the fact that I was putting on makeup on my face during Project Pan, which I had previously bought when I was a teenager, when I was fake tanning, when I was trying to be a bronzed girly with thick eyebrows and fat fake lashes, which isn't me anymore. I've accepted I'm a pale girly and I'd like to enhance my paleness if I can. And a lot of these makeup products, especially some of these, just were not even manageable to put on my face anymore. These 3 are the Revolution Silks foundation sticks. Some of them are crazy dark and also about 8 years old. This is one of the shades right here. I'm not that shade. And I had a bit of a mini breakdown and I was like, I can't keep putting products on my face that are so difficult to work when I'm leaving the house and I do not look good because I'm orange. So I've decided to declutter these 3 sticks and also declutter this NARS Silk Radiant Longwear foundation. I had to read that. This is just a pink and orange undertone and I'm very much a neutral. It's gone really sunny all of a sudden. Ooh. Sorry, I just noticed the lighting change, but this was just way too dark for me and way too pink, but also way too orange. Is a very weird mix, and when I tried to mix it in with a white foundation, I found that it just made it light pink and light orange and it still didn't match my undertones, and it just stood out awfully and it oxidized quite heavily as well. So this one wasn't for me. I do have another NARS foundation in the shade Lighter, which is manageable to mix with a white foundation, which is why I've kept it and got rid of this one. But I just couldn't physically work with it in my routine. Next is my I Heart Revolution Eye Highlighter Duo Palette. Again, if you were part of my TikTok page, you would know that the plan was to make sure I completely emptied this side because this side was too dark for me, and I did just that, and I'm very proud of myself, except for the fact that I no longer have a highlighter in my routine anymore, because I did buy this palette to use as a replacement. It was on sale, and unfortunately it doesn't give me that same pigment as the other one did, and it is very upsetting to me. So I'm going to declutter this palette, but what I think I'm going to have to do, and I have swatched these shades obviously, is use this and try and make do until I can purchase a highlighter, because even though this doesn't work and it's very, very minimal pigment as a highlighter, it really isn't working. It's better than not having a highlighter because I am a highlighter girly. I like my nose looking like Rudolph. And last and finally, I think they're the same thing, so I don't know why I said both, the Mega Balm by MCO. This is another product I am decluttering. It is like a PVA glue stick that is just waxy but with no balm. It is just pure wax and oil at this point. It doesn't feel like it's putting any balm on my skin. It doesn't feel like it's moisturizing in any way. It doesn't feel like it's sinking in either. I really don't quite understand what it was doing, but it was just irritating me because it's an ointment, all over ointment. But there was no ointment in this product. I don't think I could probably, if I looked at the ingredients, I don't think I could probably find one natural oil or kind of ointment related product or an ingredient in this stick. It just wasn't for me, especially as someone who has dry skin and need a bit more to it. I thought this would be great on the go for like dry elbows or anything, but when I was putting it on my dry elbows, nothing was changing. So that was a no for me. that is the end of my June product empties. In total, I had 59 empty and decluttered products, which is absolutely insane. I think that's the highest amount of products I've had since probably the month I started Project Pan in November of 2025. And I'm really hoping to continue posting on this channel and doing some more in-depth, longer videos, more speaking about products, trying new products. This channel is going to be a bit of everything, all product, skincare, beauty, bath related. So if you do have any suggestions, please put them in the comments below, because I will be reading every single comment. I am extremely new to doing this, so obviously I'm kind of learning as I'm going, as I am a TikTok girly coming over. But do let me know in the comments. Please do follow and subscribe, not follow, because I'm on YouTube. The TikTok girl's still in here. If you could subscribe and enjoyed this content, please do. It would be lovely to have you come back and subscribe. Please like this video if you enjoyed it and want more Project Pan empties. There are a lot of them. And please do leave a comment with suggestions about what you'd like to see, what more do you want to see, and if you liked it. But thank you so much. It's been lovely to hang out with you for the last however long. It's probably pretty long, and I'm really excited to see you in the next video. Thank you.